Right. Oh man. Wow. How about
What about
now?
now?
How about now? No, y'all missed the best intro of my entire
Ever.
career. It was so good. It was so good.
I'm
Some
having
say it was the
flashbacks.
best. Oh man.
Oh
Oh
man.
gosh. Woo. Okay. I'm going to start back over. Welcome,
Yeah.
everyone. Thanks. Wow, I was so proud of myself. This was so good. It was running smooth, and we had things going on, and it
At
was
least
like
we don't have to switch streams.
yeah, right at 7 o'clock. Things. You know what happened is we decided to make some last minute adjustments based on someone's comments about how we can just mute a scene, and so I did that, and it muted all the scenes.
Wait,
Wait, that's that one right there.
Adam.
Oh.
Adam.
So welcome everybody. All right, so we've got John Guyver, we've got Rodney Hunt in the chat, of course. We've got Joe Schmidt, Eric P, Russell Kemp, Randy L, Adam DeLay, Jose Ramirez, Betty Powers, and Stephen Frazier and Bob Cole, and Mike G, High Voltage Solar. And I think that's everybody I'm seeing so far. Mike Britt, man, you guys are awesome. You're here. We love it. Eric P, I already said you. Cool. Thanks for joining. Man, howdy. As Bob just said, howdy everyone. We're excited y'all are here. Tonight, I can't remember if I said this after the mute or not, but at the bottom you'll see start your question with QQQ. So we will see it. And I should actually say, if it doesn't say QQQ, I'm probably not going to read it because the chats, you guys come here to hang out. We love that. But as I'm pushing the buttons and trying to make sure everything is on, it's tough to actually read the comments. So what I can do though is search for QQQ. So that's how we're gonna roll with that. I'm Eric with East Texas Homestead. Hopefully you know that because you're on my channel. We've got Adam DeLay in the center of the house. Adam, introduce yourself and then pass it over to Rodney and we'll take it from there.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. If you're not familiar with my channel, I've slowly working on taking my home off grid, one piece of equipment at a time, one battery, one solar panel, just trying to get to that point to where I don't have to pay that electric bill anymore. And we're getting closer.
Nice.
I'm nowhere near the usage that Rodney Hunt has to deal with, but we're getting there. So, Eric, thanks for hosting tonight, and good evening to everybody in the chat. Pass it over to you, Rodney.
Oh yeah. So like Adam said, we're all basically trying to go completely off grid, being more self-reliant. That's what it's all about. That's what my channel's about. And of course, for you guys that don't know me, I have a really big family compared to, I guess, most people. It doesn't seem really big, I guess, once you already have this many kids, it don't seem that big, but I guess it is. So we still have 9 kids living at home. We have 10 altogether. And so we use quite a bit of power. I have electric vehicle. So right now I'm going through the process of changing over from some 6000 XPs, and I'm adding the Grid Boss, and I'm gonna take the Flex Boss 18 and the EG4 12K, and I'm gonna be trying to run my house off these hybrid inverters. I'm not gonna be doing any grid interactor stuff or doing permits or any of that. I'm just trying to use as much solar as I can. Last month my electric bill was $85, but I used like, I don't know, it was like 3,000 and some, I think, kilowatts or something like that, kilowatt hours of power. So I use quite a bit and only use about 400 from the grid. So I'm doing better,
Nice.
but we're not where we want to be. But you know, I think for the last 8 days I haven't used any grid power. So there's times I can go quite a while without using any.
Yeah, very good. Man, well, Rodney and Adam, thanks for being on. And I want to share, I just got my electric bill for this month and it was 16 bucks. So,
Nice.
yeah, $10
My
went to
my fee is higher than that. Man,
10 bucks.
my
went
fees are like
to-
$40.
to the actual electricity, and then there was a $6 and like 40 something cent fee, or like all the fees to combine. So yeah, that was great. And it says that I'm on
That's
track for a $4 charge this month, so I'm excited about that.
Man,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good. We've had really great weather though.
I did ask my electric company. I told you guys, but I guess I tell everybody. go ask your electric company if they have different plans, because I'm like, I looked through the handbook and stuff and didn't see anything, but Chat GPT led me astray and said they had some time of use plans and
Dirty
some other
chat.
things. So I went on ahead and emailed them, and they said, negative. We have one plan. That's it. You pay this amount all the time. So it doesn't hurt to
Yeah.
ask your electric company. You never know. You might have this stuff that Eric's got and be able to game the
Yeah.
system a little bit
Hey,
and get you some batteries.
I just saw, I think I've told you guys, but for everybody else, I saw when I was looking at my plan, I was looking at my bill online, and I noticed, because I always like to check and see, hey, you know what, can I go ahead and re-up at just a slightly lower price, if there's anything dropped, because I can and most of y'all should be able to do this as well. If you're sticking with the same company, you can switch from plan to plan inside their company and try them out, assuming they have plans out there, unlike Rodney. And you don't get charged to change. But what I saw was they actually have a free days plan, which I'm like, man, that would actually be interesting. So I'm gonna have to think through how that would work. Unfortunately, you can't capture solar, on top, because the great thing about the free nights is I can get some solar during the day to supplement the battery power that I use. But with the free days plan, and it's only from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's but anyway. So I thought that was interesting. Well, what are we going to do today? We have got lots of questions I'm sure we're going to be answering. Once again, put QQQ, at least 3 Qs. You can do 12 if you want, but at least 3. And that will allow us to search for it and know that it's there. Next, we've got 3 different systems to show that you guys have sent in. So if you want us to feature your system on the channel, on the show, send your pictures or your slideshows or your videos, assuming they're short, to live@easttexashomestead.com and put unplugged in the subject line. I should have had something for that to drop into chat, but I don't have that.
And what about, are we going to say anything about what we said last week? That's
we
really
should.
now.
Yeah,
we should say something about that too.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. So last week we may have or may not have, but definitely led y'all astray and said that you definitely want to be on this show tonight. We had a cancellation that was going to be pretty legit. So we were excited about it. Last minute cancellation bummed us all out. But we're actively working to rebook. So, you never know.
We didn't lead them astray. We still wanted them to be on the chat tonight.
Of course, because it is going to be phenomenal, and they don't want to miss it. I think that's what we said, is you don't want to miss it.
And everybody knows life happens.
Life does happen. So that's where we're at. We got a bunch of guys talking about their electric bills and just talking about, man, Steve, there we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. $0 electric bill.
That's awesome. Now, do you actually have an electric company, or you're just completely off grid, Steven? I don't remember offhand, because
that would be interesting.
Like, if you got no fees, if you do have one, that's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and I'm gonna jump back up. I did see we've got some questions coming in from Jose, so let's jump and start off here. Oh, and Rodney's not gonna be able to see that, and I'm gonna have to get closer as well. Good evening, fellas. Nice to be back with you this evening. Unfortunately, the previous live sessions coincided with my Florida Panthers games these past few weeks. Go Cats for a second Stanley Cup. All right. But I did see a question. Okay, so here we go. But more of a comment than a question. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank James for joining and addressing our community tonight. Yeah, that's... yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's the problem, right? So, because James is not, because we did say it was going to be James last week, didn't we?
Yep. I think so.
So he was not able to make it. So I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. So, and then, but most importantly, I'd like to thank him, the EG4 and Lux Power teams, for their commitment towards protecting the rights of property owners during I don't know what that, I guess Solarc controversy. I'm not sure about this controversy.
Inverter manufacturers that were basically using people's information, I think, and cutting people off and stuff like that. Right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Like
So
for the Wi-Fi stuff.
so Solark has a contract for the United States, and some folks were getting their hands on and I don't know how the dye, however you pronounce that, um,
Yeah.
from like Alibaba, and then trying to use them in the U.S. and they
And
got
they shut
shut
them off.
down over the Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's
Sticky and messy.
I was kind of wondering, I was thinking the other day that Solark was like the name, right? And it was like if you thought of going anywhere else other than Solark, you were just all you were doing was throwing your money away. And of course, EG4 had a big part to play in changing that, I think. But I haven't heard really anyone talking about Solark lately. Have they stopped innovating, or did this controversy just kind of get everybody's just like, you're dead to me? What's going on with that? Do you guys know?
I'm guessing they're probably doing more of the professional installs versus the DIY installs.
Yeah.
And for the few things I've seen online, their customer service is going down like a lot of people's. I'm not saying it's terrible or anything, but I don't think it's what it used to be. So that may have something to do with it too. And of course, the prices are higher. So, with the prices of everything going up now, they may have a harder time with the DIYers at least.
Yeah. Let's jump back into a couple more here. Man, Bob, you said that your bill was 31 and 22 is the base charge. So you actually made
That's
out $1
nice.
cheaper than I did on the usage. So congrats on that.
And Bob's was one that we featured a few weeks ago on the live stream.
I was looking. I thought we had something from Bob tonight. Nope, wrong Bob. We do have
Different
something
Bob.
from Bob. So we will get to that here in just a minute. Okay. John Guyver. Eric, our bill this month was $9.52. That's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
Free nights and minimal system being up is kicking butt. Heck yeah. I'm going to get better with the third Ruxu. I don't know how you say that. I can never say it. Ruxu, is that how it is? All right. Lithium 2 battery arrives. Nice. That's awesome. Okay.
Maybe it was John that was featured a few weeks ago, not Bob.
I'm gonna search for questions now.
Too many names.
We did have Jim G was featured, and then there was another feature. I can't remember. You guys keep sending your stuff in though, live at easttexashomestead.com and unplugged in the subject line. And also, when you're asking questions, I'm going to keep saying this because some people are just jumping in. Put QQQ, so I will see it. And right now, I just searched for QQQ. I've got a few questions lined up. That makes it so easy for me. So I appreciate you doing that, and we'll take it from there. So with that, anyone else having issues with registering for email notifications? Oh man, I clicked on your link and DuckDuckGo shut down. It's not a spam link or anything. It's just a HubSpot form. I gotta find
maybe they're on
sounds like
VPN.
what
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if anybody else is having issues with that, let us know. Sorry about that.
Do you have that
Bob?
link ready to drop into the chat?
No. I was getting other things ready. Give me a second. Just hold on. Y'all talk and I'll find it.
I think I saw earlier maybe Mike Britt or somebody was asking what electric company I have. Do I have Duke Energy because they have time of use? No, I don't have Duke. I got a Lumbee River, so it's a co-op. Basically, everybody's getting their energy from Duke in North Carolina. Everybody knows this, but there's a lot of co-ops in the rural areas, I guess. So, yep, unfortunately, no options for me. But I'm trying to get rid of it completely. So, you know, I'll keep a connection, but I'm trying to run everything off of solar, and that's always going to be the goal. We'll see what happens when I get this grid boss and everything running, and the flex boss 18 and the EG4 12K. Hopefully we can get it where I'm only using like maybe $10 of electricity a month, like for emergencies only.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
how's that project going?
It's going very slowly. So basically, I have the grid boss on the house and some other stuff, but it's like every step of the way. So here's my problem with my project. It's not like I'm just hooking into my panel that's in my garage. I had to put up a whole nother panel, and I'm gonna have to move all my loads over because my power is coming directly into my main panel. So I don't have a way to go in between that and my meter without doing any kind of permitting and pulling the meter and all that. I am not doing that. So basically, I'm doing it where I don't have to do anything with the government, and it costs more money that way. So I'm putting in another panel, and I'm running the grid boss to that, and I'll run the only thing I'll have on my main panel where the 200 amps is coming in is power basically going directly to the grid boss. So I have a breaker, like a 200 amp breaker going to the grid boss. Then I have an EV charger just for backups. I'm just going to leave it in there because it's already in there anyway. But all my loads will be in the other panel. And so my whole house will run off of that, and it'll either run off the solar. It'll all be backed up by the grid boss. So it'll all be on the backup load breaker and, you know, solar or grid or whatever it needs to run at the moment. So it'll all be in the video, I guess, but it's going
Eventually.
slow. Eventually. Yeah. I've spent so much money, goodness gracious. Anytime you're starting a project, you think you're going to spend this amount, and I'm already way over budget, and I'm
Double
not
it.
even halfway done. I'm like, man,
Yes,
just
sir.
have more money than you think.
All right, I just dropped a link in the chat. So if you want to get email alerts as opposed to relying on YouTube's just rock solid notifications, you know, we send emails out about 30 minutes before we go live, sometimes 15 minutes. You know, we're kind of playing around with the time to see what people like best, but we send them out and you get notified. You got a link just directly to the stream. No hunting around for it, fishing, you know, trapping, none of that. Just get it. All right. So, what's next? All right, here we go. Have any of you gentlemen considered the new EV LF 56 or 560K LiFePO 4 batteries?
I guess it's talking about a sale.
Yeah, that sounds like a raw sell. Anybody considered it?
I haven't looked at any sales lately, so
Yeah.
Those are massive cells. I mean, I would love to play around with them, but you got to prioritize the projects.
Does the form factor change when these cells get larger like this, or are they cramming more tech into or more energy into the same space? That's what I'm curious on.
I'm sure it's bigger.
It's kind of yes
Okay.
to both.
Because I don't think the LiFePO 4 is going to be any denser, from what I understand.
Yeah, they
I don't know.
there are some that
dabble in.
they've been able to cram a little more into, but I think
That's like double,
you've gotta
right?
end up growing. Yeah, because the 280s, you've got the 280s, you got the 304s or the 305s. I think there's a 315, and then now, yeah, they're jumping all the way up to the
Yeah,
the 530s or 80s
560,
or
I think, or something.
something.
Huge.
What I'm
Yeah.
curious about with those though is, you know, like you said, the size is probably going to change, but also the weight. I mean, you've already got 300 pounds for like the EG4 wall mount
The
batteries.
280s. Yeah, the 280s.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, you're going to need a fork truck just to move these things around.
Yeah.
Even if you're building out of it, you're not going to be moving it once you get it done.
No.
All right, we got a question. Mike Kruger, 12,000 XP. Is the dump load DC or AC, or can it be one or the other?
AC, as far as I know.
As far as I know, it's AC as well. Speaking of projects, I still got to get mine out of the box. Yeah, it's in there. So, I'm clearing room as I get the AC, which is, if I look like I'm on fire right now, it's because it's 900 degrees in this room, and I can't open the door because the mosquitoes will eat me alive. And yeah, but my mini split, I've got a 9,000 BTU mini split that's going to be installed. I just poured the pad yesterday, got the outdoor unit bolted to the pad today. I'm waiting on my line set coverage to come in tomorrow from Amazon, and then I am running that thing through the wall and plugging it in as fast as possible. So that's going to be coming soon. Man, I cannot recommend the EG4 mini splits more. Like, they are just so good, very high efficient, do the job, and just yeah, the hybrids definitely are more expensive, and so you got to weigh that pro and con of, do you want to get the ability to run off solar without any of this stuff behind you? But I think it's also one of the best entryways, or points of entry for solar for people. So, what are y'all thoughts on the mini splits?
I love them. I got a few of them. I got another one to install right now. I did get the non-hybrid version this time because it's more efficient. And I may be putting it at my parents' house for emergency, so they don't got to run their big unit. And so I figured I'd just get the most efficient unit I can, since I'm still working on, I need to add more batteries over there on their system. So I still only have the one indoor, one outdoor battery, and I just never upgraded, and I'm working on it now. I got so many projects, like everybody says, hey, you need more time.
Yep.
That's right.
And Adam is sharing with me that I've definitely messed up the redirect on that form. So if you fill out the form to get your notification, well, I changed the name of the page, and so now it's a 404 page doesn't exist. But it's a fun little message nonetheless. I'll try to fix that. Great. More projects.
And everybody's saying in the chat that I can trust the government. Sure.
Yes. That's right, because this is on my channel tonight, and we're not getting canceled.
Yeah.
We're past
Okay,
tax
cool.
season. We can trust the government now.
Yep.
Oh man. All right. Mark Davis, Grid Boss mid with FlexBoss 21. Can the Grid Boss be set to 0 export? I guess set to 0 export and FlexBoss 0 export using grid support.
Yes.
All right, that was easy. Moving on.
Now whether I haven't used one, so I don't know if it's perfect or whatever. Some people have a little problems with the 0 export features in some of the inverters, and it'll send back a little bit. And I think I've seen somebody on Facebook or a forum or somewhere that said their utility company's making them get permits or something right now. But my parents have the 18K PV, and that thing, and the inverter is definitely saying they've sent back a little grid power over the year they've had it. But the electric company, which is Duke, has never said anything. I don't know if it may just be like a error, like a small error. Like it sends us a second back, and then it'll just add it up as 0.1 kilowatt hour sometimes. But I haven't had a problem with it, and we don't have any permits or any kind of agreement to send back. Whether you should do that or not, I can't say that for you, but it does have the no export features in it.
Cool. Okay, next question from Betty Powers. Eric, where did you get your cool lights from? I got them from Amazon. Actually, you know what? I take that back.
Should have put it in the video. Everybody wants to know about the lights.
I was gonna get them from Amazon. I ended up getting them from Best Buy because I wanted them that day because I needed to start filming. But they are cheaper on Amazon. They're the Govee, I think 56-foot strip lights, RGBIC, I believe it is.
That's the same people I got my light from.
All right, nice. I'm gonna throw a shameless plug here into the chat, and if you click on that and then you want to shop through Amazon or Lowe's or whatever else I've got there, a bunch of great deals. That is shopeth.link. straight out of the King James Bible. Shopeth.link. And that's where you can start your shopping no matter what you buy, including Govee lights on Amazon. And you'll help support my family. And then also, I'm going to throw Rodney's. I did not throw his in earlier either. So this is Rodney's channel. Subscribe to Rodney and Adam both. I've got their links in there. And then if you're going to buy some stuff,
don't use the links if you're going to support us. We just got another change. You might have seen Eric's video the other day. If you didn't see it,
shoot,
you need to go watch it.
Oh,
so I haven't updated any of my videos, but now you got to use a code again.
That's
and the
a
code's
great
gonna change
point.
every couple of months. So if you go use our links right now, it's not supporting us. You got to use our code. My code is Rodney Hunt 50.
I think.
And I haven't updated any of my videos because I just been frustrated with the whole situation. They're trying to fix stuff, but I just got done updating all my stuff with the links, and now I got a code again. So, just so everybody knows what's going on with that. So
that's right. So we're back to codes. So if you want your $50 discount, now you'll still support us if you use our links, from what I understand, because it is still an affiliate tag. However, you won't get your $50 discount, but just to be safe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think I was told something different.
Rodney, you can buy something really expensive on my link, and then I'll tell you if it works.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I thought it didn't work, but who knows? Use the code and get the $50 off, or use code save100 if you're getting a FlexBoss 18, you get $100 off.
Save 100. That's right. Save 100 for $100 off FlexBoss and 6,000. I should know it. I've got it's in the link that I just posted. Shopeth.link will take you and show you there's a deal that says you can get 5% off of a 6,000 XP through the end of the month, which definitely helps. So
the discount code is Spring 6,000 XP.
That's it. Spring 6,000 XP, because we are springing. It's sprung. So here we are. All right, cool. Back to the questions. Thank you, Betty, for the
and springing.
Yes, shopping and springing. That's it. Shopeth.link. Just remember that. Okay, so next question is from Bruce. Haven't read this one yet. Oh, and it's so tiny. Let's see if we can. All right. Can you offer your impressions for high 400 versus low 48 voltage solar systems? Or solar is off. I guess it's Signature Solar. Signature Solar is offering LG 16 kilowatt hour for 2,700 paired with the Grow Watt. I'm guessing that is for 1,100. That clocks in half of the EG4 for 12K PV plus a 14.3. Why not high volt?
So I think with that setup, if I'm not mistaken, you can only have 2 of those batteries. So the max you'll ever be able to have is 32 kilowatts. Oh my goodness, here we go again with the waving your hand stuff. But so definitely, if you want a system that's bigger than that battery wise, I would go look at the specs and verify that that's what you want to do. Okay. But there's a few differences between the 48 volt. 48 volt, we can add some of them 16 batteries. I mean, I got more than that. I got 20 batteries in mine. So if you want communications, I think 16 may be the max for server racks, I think. But just look at everything. Got to look at all the different options. I don't think there's probably anything wrong with it, but it just, if you want to make it really big in the future, it may not be able to do that with the high voltage batteries.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you guys
not with a pre-build at least.
Gotcha. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you've got any other insight on that. Looks like that's all the questions we have at the moment. If I missed a question, be sure that you have QQQ in it so we see it, and then we'll go from there. Also, you'll notice down in the bottom left hand, hey, you want to be a sponsor? We are looking, because guys, we love doing this, but as we're putting out our shameless plugs, we'll also say that our goal is to make this a really big deal, and we want to bring on some sponsors. So if you have a company you're interested in that, we'd love to talk. So yeah, that's about all I want to say about that. Let's see. What did I miss in the regular chat?
Eric, I still want you to take your fancy colored lights and then figure out some way to tie that into the battery state of charge. So you look
Ah,
at your wall, and then you can tell, are your batteries full?
I like
Are
it.
they halfway, or are they
Yeah.
low?
Like on a gradient from green to red, maybe? Or
There you
yeah, or
go.
we could maybe just have it to where
That
the
would be cool.
or the rope lights, like it just kind of trails off or something. But yeah, that would be
Mm-hmm.
cool. I really
And
need
if
to
we go back,
get.
oh,
Yep.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I really need to get Home Assistant set up. It's something I haven't really dabbled in yet. I've always been an Apple Home guy. I went all in on HomeKit years ago. So I've got, I mean, everything that I have on this property is HomeKit. So, but I really need to move into something a little more open source. Yes, Rodney.
So I looked at that high voltage battery, the LG that he was talking about, and yeah, it is only stackable with 2. So 32 kilowatts is going to be your max system size. But of course, you're going to use smaller wiring because it's high voltage and all that. So you can save money that way.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the biggest system you want, it probably is a way to save money because all your wiring and associated costs are going to go down as well. So
Gotcha. Man, we're halfway through our stream tonight. Man, that's flying by. I feel
Good
like we just
grief.
started. I mean, it's like I just came off mute. All right. So if you want to get your questions in, QQQ, we'll see it and we'll jump in from there. Otherwise, just keep hanging out in the chat. We are going to go into a little thing we call what'd you guys send us? So let's see. Finding it.
I guess we need to name it.
Yeah, we need a name. We need a name for it. And then like a little intro jingle. Dun,
There you
dun,
go.
dun, dun, dun. Golly. It's because it's 400 degrees
Call
in
it
this
a
room.
solar spotlight.
The solar spotlight. I like it.
Adam's on it.
Okay. I don't even know where the button is to change this. Sorry, guys. I'm completely lost. Let's find it. What do y'all think about the new look of our stream? We're playing with some stuff earlier. Okay. 3-up share. Here we go. So we've already done Jim G. That was a few weeks ago. So let's jump into Chuck Y. Oh gosh, wow! I don't know what happened there. That's it. That's not it. Let me get back. Let me get back to where I was supposed to go. Hold on. I pushed a button. It's the wrong button. I don't know what happened.
Unless you've driven a live stream before and had to push all the buttons,
Oh, it's
you
terrible.
don't understand how frustrating it can be trying to host and push buttons at the same time.
Dude, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Like I literally just like all of a sudden, it jumped to a new folder. Then I was just like showing y'all everything that I wasn't supposed to. All right, let me find it again. We'll start from scratch. Y'all see anything?
Everybody's saying it looks good. The stream, though.
Oh, good. Glad y'all like it. All right.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Oh
Super
man,
chat.
$10.
Thank you. Let me find that. Let's find it.
Right
From
down at
Eric
the bottom.
P. There we go. All right. Because affiliate links are ever changing and you are all appreciated. Thank you. No, I do appreciate that. That might be most of them this month from affiliate links. No, just kidding, but not too far off. So, guys, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Eric. Yeah, it's always great having you on every week. So, that's awesome. All right, I'm slowly working my way back to the correct folder that I should have had bookmarked, but didn't. You know what I think might have just happened? Actually, yeah, I think that's what just happened. My SSD that was holding all of that disconnected.
Got ejected.
Yeah, because I was like, wait a second, like I can't find anything. So I can't even find the SSD. There it is.
While you're looking for that, there's a question in the chat. What low frequency 48-volt inverter do you recommend that's not a hybrid to run a 3-ton HVAC system? A low frequency that's not a hybrid.
How far down was that?
Oh,
I see it.
in
John?
the bottom. Yeah. The not a hybrid one, that changes things. I mean, you don't have to use the hybrid functionality,
Yeah.
but more than likely you're going to be paying for those extra features because it's a hybrid.
And John, is there a reason you want it to be low frequency?
I'm guessing surge.
Surge.
Now, put a soft start on it.
Not that big. I mean,
No.
I guess it depends on how old the system is and all that, but
You got 2 more super chats too.
Man,
damn,
you guys,
trying
I'll
to
tell
keep us
you what.
around.
There we go. Unky Joe's Playhouse. Man, enjoying the content. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And then we got 10 from John Guyver. Woohoo! Man, thank you guys. I appreciate it. It definitely helps us out a ton. So, man, 2 more and we're staying another 30 minutes. Just saying. That's how that works. For those of y'all who are new here, we don't talk about it a lot because we really don't want to be like, give us your money. But if we get 5 super chats, then we stick around another 30 minutes. So the stream doesn't have to end at the top of the hour. So I think my drive overheated or something. Because like I said, it's crazy hot in here. So I can't get it to come back. And I really hope that's not a permanent thing because that's where all my videos live. So,
well, while you're looking into that, Russell Camp has a question. He says, "How much battery will a 3000 EHV 48 charge?" So, I guess he's saying off of solar or whatever. If you're running solar, is that the 3000? That's a yellow inverter, I think, EG4.
Yeah, that's the little one.
Yeah, so I'd have to look it up again, but I thought it was about 5,000 watts. So, usually if you're saying you're going to get probably 5 or 6 hours of good solar a day, it might be able to do a 30 kilowatt hour, I guess, battery bank if you're not really using any more power. But it just depends on how much power you're using out of it as well. So there's a lot of different ways to look at it, I guess, but it's not going to be a ton. I guess I'm looking at it from my perspective. I got a larger system than that, but that is a lot of power. But it just depends on what you're trying to run. You're trying to run a cabin or like a little building or something, or just have backup power for an emergency.
Yeah.
Let us know that in the comments.
Yeah, or just like build your own little version of a EcoFlow or something. You can get a heck of a lot more power for a lot less money. All right, let's see if this thing. I tried to cool it down a little bit. Set my Topo Chico on top of it. It's probably not the best idea, but there we go.
Yeah, it says 5,000 watts of solar input. So yeah, I thought that was it.
I want to say it's
Man,
like
the prices went
80 amps DC charging on the 3000.
Yeah, max charging at 80 amps. Yep.
Okay. So back to the low frequency inverter question. There were a couple comments from folks in the chat. One said, for low frequency, go blue or go home.
Yes, Snyder.
And Victron. And then somebody else said Magnum or Schneider to take a look at.
Yeah, Snyder. I know they make good stuff for sure because a lot of commercial stuff, that's what it is. So, and Signature Solar did have a sale on that because I think they were, I don't know if they were going to keep selling it. So you might want to look at their stuff if they got it still. They might have some. That's a good deal. They might have, no, looks like they might have sold them already. Let's see here. Is it everybody's quiet right now?
I thought I heard that the one Schneider inverter was being discontinued. I don't know.
Maybe that's.
I don't remember where I heard that, but I thought maybe they're moving to a different platform or something.
Yeah, I don't even see it right now on their site, but I know at one time the price went way down when they were just trying to sell them.
Well, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do the stuff y'all send in because, like I said, it's on that hard drive and it's not wanting to come back. I'm hoping that maybe if as it cools down a bit, that'll be good. Otherwise,
Got to get that AC in,
God,
man.
I
Got to get
know,
that AC
I
That's
know,
in.
and it
right.
was only. I don't even. Why don't I have the temp on here? Yeah, it was only like 80 degrees was the high today. So um, tomorrow.
So Russell, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's gonna get worse. So I'm really hoping to get it in tomorrow.
But Russell said he's trying to power, I guess, a 1,300 square foot house with that 3,000. It seems like a lot, I guess.
Yeah, that's. I
But
mean, unless everything is gas, you're just trying to run your lights
yeah,
and internet and stuff.
Well, and the 3000, isn't that 120 volt
It's only 120.
only?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So it all depends on how much you have in there, I guess, to run. Like you said, if you have a lot of gas appliances and you're only trying to do 120 volts, maybe. But I would get a bigger one if I'm trying to run a whole house myself. I'd get at least a 6,000 XP so you can run 240 volts when you
Hey, and I
need
saw
to.
someone actually. Yeah, I saw a order come through on my link yesterday or the day before. I can't remember what day it was, and it was an open box 6,000 XP, and it was significantly reduced in price. So
Hmm.
always look for those good options as well, because I mean I'm sure they're going to give you the same support and stuff like that. But I mean I assume they are, maybe not, but yeah, there can be some really good deals.
Yeah, it
Um,
says they got it for $1,056 to open box.
nice, yeah,
Might be out of stock now though, but it
That's
was.
$500 cheaper.
heck yeah.
Where was it? There
So
was a Unky Joe asked if we were satisfied with all the time and treasure it took to get on solar.
Yes.
oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely,
Yep, wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you got to think you're just more self sufficient. Just imagine if the electric company just decided tomorrow to turn my electricity off because they didn't like something I'm doing. I mean, I can still power my house, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much most of the time, unless there's like a lot of storms back to back to back. And then I have generators, and I'm gonna be charging them batteries back. I'm gonna be running one way or the other. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I've got a certain lifestyle that I got used to. My family's got used to. I'm trying
Yeah.
to keep it. Even if the
Yep.
even if the electric company wants to turn my stuff off, they're gonna see the grid boss on the side of the house and be like, "What you got going on?" I don't know. They see all these solar panels, they ain't said nothing yet, so they know
Right.
what I got going on.
So Old Man's Garage says, given the news on Solark, we need to come up with a security protocol to protect our inverters, especially considering the current situation with China. So yeah,
I,
kind of in
th-
the
I
same
think,
same line.
yeah, Eric and Adam can probably speak to that because don't y'all have some things set up that are, I don't even know what it's called, but all your equipment, not a VPN, but what's it called? Like something
Like
you can put to
You can,
safeguard your Wi-Fi.
firewalls and whatnot.
I think so.
yeah,
Maybe.
I've heard
you
y'all
can
talk
put up
about it before.
VLANs to isolate traffic on your network and only allow certain things in and out. Like Eric said, firewalls. I mean, the simplest and the easiest thing, disconnect the Wi-Fi dongle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
works
mean,
well. One of the things that, yeah, what Rodney's probably talking about is when I'm testing a lot of this just like no name Chinese stuff that they'll send out. And it's
mhm.
like, hey, you have to connect to the Wi-Fi or to Wi-Fi in order to get it to turn on. It's like, sure you do.
Share your
Um,
location.
right? No. I've got an old Wi-Fi router that's not connected to the internet, and I'll use that just to get on the Wi-Fi, um, just so I can get through some of these hoops that they'll make you go through. But no, I'm not exposing that to my network. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like we got 70 people on the stream right now, and we definitely appreciate everybody being
All
on here
right.
as always. And I've seen a few new names on here as well. I don't want to try to say them, but I'll let Eric do that since he's hosting.
Oh, thanks. Yes. I'll try to find that. John Montgomery, there's one that I don't think I've seen, or at least not in a while. Let's see, who else are we seeing? Total Property Solutions Exterior
Yeah, I haven't
Cleaning.
seen that one before.
How about that? Cool. Welcome to the stream, or at least welcome to chatting.
And he said, he or she, I don't know, they said they bought an 18K PV that was an open box, and they replaced it under warranty with a new one for free. So they did. The warranty was still good on the open box, like they said.
Yeah. So man, you get it at a discounted price, and then if something goes wrong with it, you just get a new one.
Nice.
That's worth taking $500 off the top. Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of buying something used, this is non-solar related, but it is YouTube related. I bought a Canon camera one time. I think it was like some kind of small 200. I can't remember what it was, off of Amazon. It was like used. And so as soon as I got it, within a week, the thing stopped working. I contacted Canon because it was supposed to still be under warranty because I bought it from them, even though it was through Amazon. And so they ended up sending me like a new G7X or whatever. So I got like a more expensive camera for free just because the other one was under warranty and it wasn't sold anymore. It was like a refurbished. And so I love when a business will like back their products, even if you buy something that's open box refurbished, and they'll send you something that's whatever the newest thing is.
Well,
so Canon, I will buy Canon cameras forever because of that. I bought a whole bunch of cameras. So if Signature Solar will do it, I mean, the same thing. You're going to keep buying with them because they back up their products.
They're still offering, hey, if you have an old 6500 EX or an old 6000 EX and you want to upgrade to 12,000 XP or 6,000 XP, or I think those are the two options. I mean, they give you a really great trade-in offer on them. And I mean, this late in the game, you kind of, like, that's still pretty impressive that they're offering that. At least I saw maybe a month ago. Alim, I think that's how you'd say it. Love the show. Thanks. Appreciate you being here. And Jim, welcome. Better that you show up late than never. I know, who was it at the very beginning of the stream? I can't even see it here because it's not going to show, but someone at the very beginning, oh gosh, I should know. You're one of our regulars. And you sent something in. Is driving. He's like, I'll be listening tonight, driving with my family. Go spend time with your family too. But
yeah, I remember seeing that.
Oh, that's Joe
Smith.
Joe, yeah, that's right. Sorry about that, Joe.
Sorry if I screamed. I don't know if I did.
Just a little bit, but that's okay. All right. John Montgomery. What about Sun Gold? So I unfortunately, I got a lemon from Sun Gold. I'm convinced that's what it is. It's still hanging on the wall, and I still haven't done my review because, not that I'm always honest with you guys, and I'm not going to not put out a video because I think something's garbage and they sent it to me. I'll still put it out. I'm just having a hard time getting around to that video right now with all the other videos I have because it's not working well and the screen is glitchy and I can't get it doesn't pair with my batteries and I can't get the voltage to stop charging or start charging based off what I tell it to do. And I'm convinced I have a lemon because if this is how all of them go out, then I can't imagine they're still in business. With that said, everyone has lemons from time to time, and I'm willing to work with them. I just don't, man, I've got so much other stuff on my plate. And they keep asking me, like, when's that video coming out? And I'm like, I don't know that you want it coming out anytime soon just yet. Yeah. So let's work through this. So that's my thought on Sun Gold, Rodney.
And I have a battery, and it's working fine that I got from them and tested. I think it's like anything. If you can get the right price for equipment that may be a little, I guess, a cheaper brand, if you can get it for the right price, some of it does still work. So
Yeah.
it all just depends on the price you can get it for. So
Let
I
me.
mean, that's Walmart batteries working fine for me. And so I don't know about their other equipment, but I know they've been in business for years. So it all can't be
Yeah.
that bad, or else you think to be out of business.
And let me say, it works. It puts out the power, and I've not had it not put out the power I'm asking for, assuming that I'm staying under the limit. The lack of battery communications and the fact that I can't really dial in the charge
settings.
values the way I want them, I kept running my batteries to the ground. And I'm like, I don't want to show up and see 3% left on my wall mount. You know, like I don't like that. So I had issues, but I used it every single day for probably 3 months, charging this system through the Chargeverter. I would charge up a wall mount overnight, and then I would dump the power over here. And I kept trying to tweak the settings to get it right and figure out what I was doing. And then the screen's not working, and it's glitching, and it's flashing. And so, not to spend too much time making Sun Gold reps mad or anything like that. That's just the way I've experienced it. But I've also seen other guys who love their Sun Gold inverters. So win some and you lose some. And there's some people who hate the 6000 XP because they're like, it's the worst. It just doesn't work. And I've never experienced that. So, yeah.
It runs my house, or 3 of them.
That's right. Have I missed any questions? Let's see. I'm looking for the cues.
It's quite a few now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they're coming in now.
Great. I'm going to do a search for them and move my way down. Now you got to find the bottom. Where did I leave off? Here's one. Okay. Do you guys, this is from Old Man's Garage, do you guys allow your battery bank to charge to 100% every day? I limit mine to 99%, and then fully charge to only 2x per month to extend the life. Thoughts? I run mine all the way up and all the way down every single day.
Yeah.
As
long as you're running them, I don't think you're gonna have a problem. I think the problem is if you let it sit at 100% for long periods of time, it's still gonna degrade like 1 to 2% a year. I think, even if you're using them. But I think if it's just staying at like 100, it may go a little more. So I charge mine to 100% whenever the solar will, and I don't think I have a problem. I am gonna be taking some of those batteries out of my system and testing one battery at a time, because y'all saw I probably put out a month ago or whatever it was when I was kind of reviewing my batteries I've had. When I was reviewing my batteries I've had for a few years, and I just said basically what it says the amp hours remaining are, but I didn't actually test it individually. I am going to be doing that. So if you're interested, hey, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But I don't think it's a problem. I think the more you run these batteries, I think the better they do. So me personally.
From some of the things that I've seen on these batteries, especially the lithium iron phosphate, the calendar aging is going to kill these batteries long before any of us cycling these things on a daily basis for solar, even doing a full discharge to a full charge. The calendar that is going to shorten the lifespan on these faster.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I've heard, but I haven't made it past a couple of years with them in my possession, so I don't know.
I just wish that I could charge mine to 100% every day.
Just move to Texas. All right, Stephen Frazier. Question: will EG4 protect us from Lux Power shutting our equipment off?
They already talked about that, and they said basically they have control in the U.S. over where the servers or whatever that's for the EG4 batteries. I mean EG4 inverters. And there's also a setting I think in there where you can go and turn the stuff off. You can just pull the Wi-Fi dongle, I guess, but you can go in there and turn it off as well. So they don't even have access to get into your stuff. So
yeah, let me see if I can find the because EG4 put out an article on that. So I'm gonna see if I can find that, and I'll put that in the chat.
I appreciate that, Adam. An Old Man's Garage says he's been off grid now for 46 days straight. Good stuff.
Bam.
Yeah, that
Awesome.
deserves a little air horn action right there. All
And,
right.
and how much power are you using daily?
Yeah, that'd be good to
That's
know.
interesting to see.
Let's see. All right, John Montgomery. I was looking at amp pinned. Okay, Inverter. What do you think about the company? I don't even know how to say it, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I know nothing about it. I looked it up on Chat GPT to see what it says. And it says on Amazon the ratings are 4.5 out of 5 out of 149 reviews. However, some noted fan noise and power supply inconsistencies. So I'm not sure. I know it's a Chinese manufacturer like most of these, but I haven't really heard about them or tested them. So
All right. Christian says EG4 and Lux Power rely 100% on the China hosted server to monitor our EG4 equipment. So that's what Adam is looking up at the moment.
yeah, I thought they said that the servers for ours were in the US, and I thought that was straight from like EG4 or Signature Solar. But we'll see. Adam's looking up that right now, and we'll see what it says. But
yeah, and he's right. I mean, like the VPN and firewall and stuff might isolate you, might keep them from implanting something you haven't asked for, but as soon as you want that extra feature or you have a bug that needs to be fixed, that type of thing.
And if you're really worried, just don't use the Wi-Fi dongle or Wi-Fi. Your system will still work, but you're not gonna be able to monitor stuff. I want to monitor my stuff, so
and of course
it's
you
good
can
and bad
always
both ways.
You can always go with a third-party monitor like Solar Assistant, and just not granted access to. Of course, then you've got to trust that Solar Assistant isn't going to go in and make changes. But I don't know, man. You can just get a little readout, a little screen, or get your Govee lights behind you to just tell you, where it is, and then put one on the outside of your barn, and then on the inside of your house, just for your to tell you what your state of charge is. All right. Jump through more. More from Christian, but I think that you may be able to use Solar System. Oh, yeah, right there. Okay. It says you might be able to use Solar System directly connect over Wi-Fi to your EG4 without having an internet connection. That might solve your security issue. Yeah. So I should just continue to read, but thinking on the same page. I like that.
So I just put that link from EG4 in the chat. And it's the title of the document is EG4 Electronics and Lux Power reaffirms commitment to consumer rights. That's from November 19th of last year.
Okay. All right. It'll be a good read for sure. Check it out.
Hey, I just want to. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go for it.
I was gonna say I was looking on Chat GPT trying to find some information about this whole where the servers are at for the EG4s, and the video that pops up is Adam's on Chat GPT. That's hilarious.
Which video?
The EG4 6000 XP remote monitoring.
You've arrived, Adam.
You arrived.
Hey, Chat GPT finds it, so it means it's gold, right?
That's right.
Gold.
So this is an interesting thought. Christian says that you might also need to have an AAA where we can answer questions. Yeah, that might be interesting. So yeah, if you've got an answer to a question, then throw that in there. It's worth a shot. We'll see how it goes. All right, Old Man's Garage. How much power am I using daily? Well, no kids at home, so between 25 and 40 kilowatt hours a day, depending on car charging. Well, that's with 40 with car charging? Man, nice.
Yep.
Must not do a lot of driving.
Yeah, or just have a really great EV.
Yeah.
Short commute.
Yeah. Okay, man, where are we at on top? Oh my gosh.
It's already 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock.
It's already 9.
Man.
I'm glad you thought to even look at the clock.
I wasn't even thinking about it.
That flew by. That really flew by. It always goes too fast. I don't even know, what do we have on the stream at the moment. I haven't
61.
I
looks
guess I
like.
gotta look over here to see. 61 on the stream, 63, 33 likes. So I'm gonna say, if you're enjoying this, man, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Like and subscribe, all the things you know to do. I was hoping that would actually make it. Oh, that's why it's not working. I'm like, why is my like and subscribe thing not coming up, and nothing. It's because my my SSD just is unplugged, and that's where it all is. So I really hope that thing's
Gotta
not
love
dead.
technology, huh?
I really
Oh,
hope
yeah.
it's not dead. And that's the other thing, man. You guys have got to make sure you're keeping your systems cool, unlike what I'm doing back here. Yeah, because definitely heat is the enemy of all things electronics. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing some likes coming in. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And gals, got a few gals here on the stream. I guess closing words. We'll start with Rodney and then move to Adam. Do it backwards from the last time. So, Rodney, what you got?
Yeah, definitely appreciate everybody being on the stream as always, and hopefully we can bring what we were talking about last week. Oh my goodness, where's Eric?
I just saw my
camera
camera start. My camera started
What
like
happened?
blinking at me. I think it overheated.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I guess it's a good thing we're getting ready to end the stream, but hey, I definitely appreciate everybody being
Yep.
on here. Hey, if you want to go watch my videos I got coming out, hey, go subscribe to the channel as always. We got some stuff coming up. Adam, go ahead.
It's always fun jumping on here because it's from week to week. You'd think that, boy, all we're doing is answering questions. It's going to get boring, but it never is.
Yeah.
Because we're always getting new folks joining. We're always getting new questions being asked, and we don't have all the answers, but it's a community. We're here to help you, and you're here to help us too, because we all can learn something from each other. We're all DIY folks, right? So let's learn together. So thanks for joining us tonight, Eric. Thanks for driving. As
In the heat.
frustrating as it might be sometimes, it's nice to have somebody else do it every once in a while.
That's why we rotate. Because man,
That's
I don't want to
right.
do this every week.
Which reminds me, I'll probably be on deck next week. So we'll be on my channel. We'll get that stuff sent out next week. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining us tonight, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. So real quick, I'll wrap it up. Although it sounded like Adam pretty much just did. I almost hit like in stream because that was so good. That was so good. One last time, I'm going to drop in their links into the chat. And then that's just a great way for you to support us if you feel like it. It costs you nothing, and in many instances, you actually get some money back just for using our links. So we always appreciate it when you do. Thank you guys for the super chats. I'm going to shout you guys out one last time, if I can. That was Eric P., Unky Joe's Playhouse, and John Guyver. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm Eric with East Texas Homestead. We are Unplugged live, and we do this every single week, every Thursday at 8 Eastern time. Gosh, I'm messing all this up. Every week, 8 Eastern time, 7 Central. You figure out the rest of them. We enjoy it. We're glad you're here. We had a lot of fun. Get on the mailing list so you know exactly where we're at, so you don't have to try to find us and show up late. I'm Eric with East Texas Homestead, encouraging you to live faithfully and prepare thoroughly for good times or bad. We'll see you on the next one.
Have a happy Easter.
Oh, happy Easter. There we go. He is risen. And where's the end button? Oh, it's way over here.
Stupid balloons.